Can we please, oh please, talk about this Yamaha Niken thing? I don't know if you can see it, but for those of you wondering what this growth on my face might be, that is actually a bullet casing burn that I got over this weekend when I went to the gun range. I was only a few rounds in, and one of my shells flew up, twirled through the air, and landed right in between my glasses and my face, and got stuck there. And I felt the pain of 1,000 bee stings. So yeah, that's what that is. This is just a good old-fashioned bullet casing burn. No big deal. So anyways, this video is basically intended to address this whole Yamaha Niken thing and what the hell it's supposed to be. And by the way, is it Niken or is it Niken? Is it a silent N?
I believe it's jogging or yogging. It might be a soft J.
I guess this bike showed up a couple years ago at some bike show. I never heard about it. I only heard about it now, and I guess, unless I'm completely misunderstanding things, I guess it's gonna be produced. And I just don't get it, you guys. I just don't get it. Why, oh why, is Yamaha producing a bike like this? And the reason I say that is because we already have vehicles like it out in the market. Things like the Can-Am Spider, things like the Polaris Slingshot. There's the T-Rex, and people just don't seem to like them. They get all sorts of crap, they get all sorts of flack. I don't think I've ever really heard people say good things about them. All in all, they just seem to confuse the market. People bad talk them. Yamaha has kind of taken it to the next level, I guess. Now they're taking this two-wheeled front, one-wheeled back design thing, and they've now put it into a motorcycle, so-called. I just find it so confusing. Like, what is the point of this thing? Where does Yamaha think they're gonna fit this thing into the market? Not to mention it's probably gonna be really freaking expensive. So you have this extremely advanced, intricate, seemingly complex design for the front suspension in terms of the way the two forks move in unison and the wheels turn and all that. And design-wise and engineering-wise, I think it's awesome and amazing, and it's a great test or experiment. But to actually be building this thing, I just don't understand the application, and it really is confusing to me. It's not even really a motorcycle. I think I think I can liken it to, you know, riding a motorcycle and then trying to drive a sidecar. Technically, they're sort of the same thing, but not really. You have an aspect or a module of the vehicle as a motorcycle, but then you have these other modules kind of stuck onto it. And anyone who rides those things or drives those things will tell you they are completely different from a motorcycle. So to take a motorcycle and throw two wheels on the front and a complicated suspension design setup thing just seems to be a whole lot of complication for something that I don't see where it's going to fit into the market. Is this for people who are afraid to drive a motorcycle, can't ride a motorcycle, like a handicap thing? Even though I don't necessarily have any kind of desire to have a Can-Am Spider, I understand that it might help someone who used to love to ride who no longer can. If they got a bad hip or a bad knee, you know, the Can-Am takes care of all of those things. But I don't think the Yamaha Niken is gonna do that. It just seems to be this weird mutant almost. Are people gonna race these things? Are people gonna commute on these things to work? Are these things gonna be going off-road? I mean, if there's gonna be like a whole racing team, or if this is for like disabled riders, I don't understand what the application is. I kind of see it as like a pair of three-legged pants, connecting all the seams and sewing the different sections together, and it all works in the end. That's cool, but how in the hell are you supposed to use it? Wow, this van's like really excited to get going. So I don't know, I guess that's it, my mini rampage rant venting session. I would be very interested to try one and just see how it feels, but my guess is that it's not gonna feel like a normal bike. And if it does feel like a normal bike, again, what is the point? How do you use a pair of three-legged pants? I just don't get it. Maybe I'm being overly harsh, but with all of that said, I'm at my destination, so I think I'm gonna get going and finish my errands and all of my other plans for the day. Hopefully not get into an accident as I do that. So yeah, thank you guys for listening. I hope I made some amount of sense somewhere in there. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think this thing's as goofy as all hell like I do? And other than that, we'll see you later. Don't even ruin me.